Hi people, welcome to Wilco Whites. I'm Sean. Please like and subscribe. Really be great, fantastic if we can get to 600 subscribers. So please subscribe or consider subscribing. It really mean a lot. Right, gonna a little bit to get into today. So we've got a bit on Solomon. I've got a little article on Solomon to read out. We'll move on to Igor Paixao, and also been linked to a striker from Inter Milan. Also want to touch on the Joseph situation and a little bit about Medhi. And but firstly, if I can just read this article out, which I've seen from Graham Bailey today. So transfer journalist Graham Bailey is adamant Solomon could still return to Elland Rd this summer, having outlined Leeds' determinations to still get a permanent deal worth in the region of £20 million. Leeds still really like Mano Solomon, the transfer journalist told TBR Football. I think there's a very good chance after a couple of games, once we get into the start of the season and Solomon sees he's not first choice at Spurs or involved, I think we could see him at Leeds. Leeds still like him an awful lot. I think there's a very good chance Solomon still ends up at Elland Rd. For the sake of Leeds going for the second choice, they may as well hang on. They wanted Solomon and he's not going to be particularly expensive, so I think he is in their minds. At the same time, Leeds United have also learnt that their top target to come in on the wing is Feyenoord's Brazilian star. Paixao has now seen his future take an unexpected twist, with talks over a move to Marseille seemingly hitting the buffers. That moves me on to this one. So the 25-year-old Brazilian has enjoyed a brilliant season with the Dutch side, enjoying 37 goal involvements from 47 appearances, a GNA of every 107 minutes. That form has understandably earned him widespread admiration, with Arsenal and Aston Villa among the sides to have tracked him over the last 2 seasons. While Leeds have also reached out to his agents in recent weeks and have made clear their wish to bring him to Elland Rd, it is Marseille who had moved into pole position for his signing, having already agreed personal terms over a 5-year deal. However, a new update from France now claims that Marseille have failed to agree a package with Feyenoord, and the deal now looks to have hit the buffers, much to the frustration of manager Roberto De Zerbi and the player himself, whose sources have told us he had made his move to the Stade Velodrome his #1 priority. Indeed, their latest bid, understood to be worth €28 million, has been waved away, and with the French side now unlikely to raise that offer, they have now begun to sound out other options. As a result, the prospect of a move to Elland Rd has now been thrust right back into the limelight. Wow. Yes, so all reports are coming out now. Marseille are no longer in the running for Paixao. I've actually butchered that name over the past few videos, and I'm so sorry. Igor Paixao. The Solomon is interesting. Yeah. Cassie is getting both. I would actually obviously rather have Igor Paixao. But if it doesn't materialise, maybe there is a chance Leeds just wait and see what happens with the Solomon situation. Is he going to get the game time at Tottenham? Who knows? But it was interesting that Graham Bailey is also thinking down the same lines as that. So yeah, Igor Paixao. Now, this is on X an hour ago. Pedro Almeida, and he seems to be the only one sort of reporting this. I've seen a lot of other X accounts probably taking this as their own. But here we go. You see Leeds and Igor Paixao are in active talks with Feyenoord after the Marseille deal cooled. The player wants to play in the Premier League and has already said yes to Leeds. Dutch club want a value around €40 million for the player. So it's going to be an expensive one, this, for Leeds. Again, the money situation for me, if he's one of the top targets, he's a player, he's worth every penny. I think obviously it's going to be the structure of the deal that's important. If the player does want to come to the Premier League and Leeds are in the front running for him, why not? The fact, though, he wanted to sign for Marseille in the first place, he did choose Marseille over Leeds by the sounds of it. A bit concerning. Are we second choice? I'm not bothered about that. If we are his second choice, fine. Pay the money. Let's get him in. If he wants to use as a stepping stone, as I said yesterday, fine. I'm not bothered. As long as he helps us stay up this season. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? But yeah, it's not gone away. This, it looks like we are now back in for him, and like just said there, Marseille moving on to other targets. So one to watch. But again, this guy is the only one I've seen who's reporting this today. So I'm moving on. So Leeds have been linked with this guy, Medhi Taremi. I have heard of him. Inter Milan, striker, 6'1", 33-year-old. He has an agreement to leave Inter Milan this season. Now, it hasn't worked out for him at Inter Milan. He was at Porto. He moved to Inter Milan on a free last season. He hasn't had much game time. Let's see, he had like 43 appearances, not many minutes, 3 goals, 9 assists in all competition. Played Champions League, I think 12 times in the Champions League. He is a good striker. His age is a factor. But if you look at his stats at FC Porto, he did really well. 182 games over a 4-year period, scoring 91 goals. Before his move to FC Porto, Rio Ave, 21 goals in 36 games he scored. But obviously that's going back 4 years. No doubt he's a good player. Iran international. He's valued around 7 million. Not valued, he's actually valued around 2.5 million. Inter Milan wants 7 million. Now, he's got a great injury history. Rarely injured, even for his age at 33. He can play either a second striker or as a main striker. It's exciting, but then his age is a factor. But with Patrick Bamford obviously not in plans, Matty Joseph, which I will talk about in a minute, and this is probably a guy would excite me if we got him in, just because of his experience. And no doubt he knows where the goal is. His goal scoring record speaks for itself. Again, it hasn't worked out at Inter Milan. It probably went in there as it would have free transfer as more of a squad option for Inter Milan. Obviously, Inter Milan's got some good players in there, so it would have been hard for him to get in that squad anyway. So yeah, this one for me, I would actually like. If we're looking at experienced players, this one fits the bill. I would rather have Taremi over a Callum Wilson, definitely. There was a report out that Leeds aren't actually looking at getting players in over the age of 30. They want maybe more of players in their prime. So it sort of contradicts what these reports are saying. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, the fact what we've inquired about him suggests there is interest there. Definitely interest there. So, I would take him. I would definitely take him. Okay, I just want to talk now about the Matty Joseph situation. He's obviously told Daniel Farke he wants to transfer out, refusing to come to the training camp. Don't want to be involved. He wants that move back to Spain. It's where he's from. Real Betis seems to be the preferred place he wants to be. I know Celta Vigo are interested in him also. The thing is, just because a player says he wants to leave doesn't mean he's going to get it. Now, do we want a player on our hands that isn't wanting to play for us, who's unhappy? Daniel Farke said himself he doesn't want players here who's not fully committed. But the 49ers will not sell for peanuts. So the 8 million, I can't see him going for around about 8 million. I think you're probably looking more about 12 million. I'd say 10 to 12 million. 10 being the lowest. Would a loan option be better? Send him out on loan. He goes and scores goals, which I fully think he will. I like Matty Joseph. I think in a different league, I think he will shine. And I think his value will go up. He's 21, young striker, the world at his feet, really. I would have liked him to stay. But I'm the same as Daniel Farke. If a player wants to go. That's fine. Again, it's down to money. He's not going to be sold for peanuts. We can get pure profit on this guy. You know, he came in as a youngster. We will try and get as much out of it. Maybe a massive sell-on clause as well, because I'm telling you, his value will raise. I can see him doing bits in Spain. And listen, I've no problem in a player being unhappy and wanting to move on and get game time, or even move to a different country. You know, that's fine for me. It really is. I would have liked to maybe seen him a little bit in pre-season, see how he he fits. But yeah, it looks like it is over for Matty Joseph at this minute in time at Leeds United. The Meslier one, loose linked Meslier to Leicester City. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Illan Meslier himself, as a person, would rather move to a different league than move back to the Championship. Money does talk. Have Leicester City got money? I don't think they have. You know, they've got a lot hanging over their heads. Obviously, PSR and all that. They've broke the rules. Are they going to get, struck with points deduction? There's all that to come out, really. I can't see it. I can't see Meslier moving to Leicester City. I can see him maybe moving to a French team, or maybe a German side, a team abroad. But I think, yeah, in the Championship, no. I think he's in his mind. He's been there, done it. I don't think he'd want to do that. And I can't see Leicester City being sort of one of the top teams next season. I think they're really going to struggle now. It's a bit of a decline for them at this minute in time. So, no, for Meslier going to Leicester, I'm still keen for him to leave. The goalkeeper situation has quietened really down. No really credible links to talk about, but I'm hopeful we will get someone in before the season starts. Definitely. Otherwise, we're probably going to see Darlow in goal. Okay, moving on to other things. Now, I've just obviously done the Leeds Content Creators Cup to raise money for prostate cancer. Now, Matty from Imagine Not Being Leeds, he's doing a walk. I'll just add this to the stage. Saturday, 6th of September. Okay, from Old Trafford to Elland Rd. It's going to be an early start. You're looking around about 41 miles walking. It's 15, it says there, look, 15 hours, 13 minutes walking. You're probably going to maybe be a little bit longer than that with breaks and things like that. Now, this is all to raise money for two charities. It's Andy's Man's Club and Leeds Autism Services, which is close to Matty's heart. If you are interested in doing this walk, please contact myself through my socials, or go to Matty, Imagine Not Being Leeds, hit him up for more details. If not, there will be links. I am putting links in. There is links in the description of the video to donate. Any money would be much appreciated. It's going to two fantastic charities. I was unsure whether to do this or not, but I'm going to do it. I enjoyed myself so much at the Leeds Content Creators Cup. I'm going to push myself again to raise some more money for two fantastic charities. I know I will be broken after this walk, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it with Matty, and I'm going to support him, and I'm going to do it for these two great charities. So please please donate. And again, if you want to come do it with ourselves, there's quite a few names now who are going to do the walk with us. It'd be much appreciated. And yeah, it'll be hard, but we can do it. We can do it. Mind over matter. Right, so that is it for me. Again, please like the video. Please consider subscribing. Get me to 600 would be fantastic. And I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.